सबको मेरा नमस्कार. This is International Master and FIDE Senior Trainer Sekhar Sahu welcomes you on behalf of Sports Authority of Gujarat and Gujarat State Chess Session to this intermediate training session. In fact, I was planning to do a 16-hour stream today, but I am not yet still recovered fully. Still, the cough is persisting. Still, I have got some cough problem. So, and also I am not regained my full strength. So I have just postponed the idea. I am not going to this cancel this, and I will do at suitable time. So today I have touched 66 years, completed 65. I wanted to do the stream maybe in a week's time or so. I will announce the date because still I am not recovered. Once I feel that I am fully right, then I will definitely announce the date. So today I will show you a lot of positions about interesting end games with various themes which are very important for practical play. So this morning session I will devote entirely to end game. In the afternoon session about tactics and attack at 2:30 to 4:30. So let's see some position. And so to start with, I will show a game of the legendary world champion Mikhail Tal. Start. Yeah. So Vivan Vishal Saha, Bhavesh Bhai Patel, thank you very much, sir, for your kind best wishes and blessings. Tanmay Azmera, thank you. Suresh Bhai Chawda, good morning. Ashal Parik, Subankar Sarkar, Suresh Bhai Chawda, Swayam Das, Nimis Soni, Prince Gandhi, Devers, Abhishek Nenuji, Veerabhadra Singh, Keul Shah, Keshav Shah, Kamal Makecha. Thank you very much for all your best wishes. So let's start. This game, Tal was a very young player. He was only 14, 15-year old, and he displayed amazing understanding of a position in the end game. I will skip the opening, go straight to the position. So White has got better game. Now takes, and after, of course, here there are a lot of good moves, but he finds the simplest route. Check. White is completely in a winning position. The only move. Other moves will lose quickly. Only move. And now f7 pawn will fall. The point is, now f7 pawn will fall and resulting endgame is hopeless. Takes, takes. Whatever you do, it is bad. He comes so that the bishop does not develop easily. The bishop is tied down for the pawn. No problem. Bishop h6. Now dominating. If you will take the pawn, he is not worried. Then rook will come. If he takes the pawn, then he will play. And if he goes back, I can I can exchange and play bishop. I mean bishop coming later on. So this is a possibility, but in the game, bishop f5. Just a minute. Hello, Hers. Hello. Good morning. I'm having the class right now. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, I will talk to you later. So here, yeah, Parvat Thakkar, welcome. The position continued. Bishop takes pawn. Despite the exchange of all pieces, now the king comes into trouble after the move. Suddenly, the king is paralyzed. Please notice that Tal got a winning position and then he made a mistake. The win was out of his hand, slipped, but again he won. The simple plan. Now the pawns will advance along with the king. Now the bishops are dominating. These bishops are so they are controlling all the squares. So the king cannot cross. But still there is a winning plan. What is the winning plan here? This is a very interesting winning plan. The point is you can only win. There is only one plan. Please find out how are you going to win this plan, win this game. What is the winning plan for white? What's the winning plan? Thank you very much everybody for all your kind wishes. The winning plan, somebody has to suggest me a move. You know what is the winning plan? The king should come first to this point, and then the win will achieve. So he moves here, king. Now the point is you have to push the pawn, but immediate is bad. Immediately it is bad. Check is coming. So you need to prepare for that. Idea the king will come and then mating threat remain. Once the king comes here, there is non-stop mating attack. So he will win slowly. Now he goes stopping. Once the king comes, it is paralyzed. After that, h4, h5 will win. So he stops it. Here, Tal missed move. Actually, the position is easy win. And he played the bad move because he was a very young player, not fully matured yet. This is a draw. But there is a simple win. Sub comes here and then the pawn push wins the game. Push, push. Nothing stops. Now this is winning. But Tal made a careless move. After the move bishop e7, it is just winning the game easily. No, nothing will stop. But he made a bad move. And it's a draw now. No more. Of course, opponent made a very bad mistake and lost. It's a different matter. But this is a draw now. However, he could have won the game. But in the end, opponent gave another mistake. For example, here it is coming like that this is all okay. Here he played this very bad move. Just this is a draw. No progress. Another horrible blunder, of course. And then white enters and wins the game. The protector pass pawn is there, and now the bishop will come and winning this pawn. Yeah, Panchal, welcome. Okay, next. I will give you some very interesting thematic endgames that will help you in practical play. I told you that normally opposite color is a draw even the two pawn. But here the king position of black is very poorly placed. So the pawns are ideally placed and white is winning the game. What is the winning plan? What's the winning plan? Is it sound is okay? Let me see. It is not a fully volume. Yeah, it is okay. The winning plan is first you have to push the pawn to f5. So, and now this is the one. The advanced pawns wins. Now, if the pawns are behind, suppose you put the pawns on this kind of position and the king here, it's a draw. But the pawns are advanced. Bishop is helpless against advanced pawns. The bishop can draw. If the pawns are not advanced, then bishop can hold the position. Now it is lost. Lost. Winning. Next, you cannot take the pawn and he is threatening to enter. Enter now. Lost. If the pawns are less advanced, then bishop can hold. So the winning plan simply remains you go to f5 and then sacrifice the bishop. But however, the position will be tough after bf7. Though it will win, white has to work a lot. He has to play again very carefully. Again this. He has to come little bit roundabout way. He has to come roundabout way. And then coming slowly. Okay. This position, it is black to play and draw. I will flip the board for your better vision. Okay. So black pawns are going this way. This way. Sorry. Black pawns are going this way. White pawns are coming this direction. So how can black draw then? Two pawns down, black can still hold. How? Ritu Nandi, welcome. The point is, what is the drawing method? The drawing method is you need to dissolve all these pawns. You know, all these pawns will you dissolve. And then the king will take care of this pawn, bishop will take care of the pawn. Wrong color square. This color is wrong color. So bishop is not good. So the simple plan, we need to exchange the pawns. So first he comes. Of course, if you stay there, there is no progress. So he comes. So take, and now take, king comes. Now bishop. The point is I can give it, but I need time to bring the king. So bishop, stops it. King, he will take the pawn. Discover check. Now king draw. Okay, you need not allow this. You can come here, but I will force. I will force, and then pawn. Whatever you do, again force. So you have to go and allow the exchange. So this is anyway he cannot do and draw. Now king will come. Just wait. King will come. Wait. Wait. Now he has to move the king. He will go. Idea. Now he is threatening to enter, and then push the. But still it's a draw. Now very simple move. All you need, the king goes to the corner. That's all. So the king will go over here. Draw. No more chance because he is giving a threat now. And if you try to enter, I will go king here, giving a threat. So you cannot stop. Draw. And if you push the pawn, king, and you push the pawn, there is no time. There is no time for him to play. I will just attack. It's a draw. So it is important that you have to come quickly. For example, in the beginning, if you do not play this move, if you do not play, it is lost. It is lost. So you should not make delay in this case. Okay. Uh, this position is black to play, and correct move black can draw, but wrong move will lose. The material is equal. Rather, one pawn extra for white, but correct play black can draw the game. Please find out what should black do. What is the resources of black? Welcome, Kriti Saha. What is your method to learn an opening? Ramakrishna, okay. You know, Ramakrishna, already I have told in earlier session how to prepare opening. In my entire life, I had never had a chess coach, direct chess coach. I had never had a chess coach. I learned only reading chess books. So my main weakness was opening because there was no teacher, nobody to guide me. So I I got books only at very late in my career. Even though I started at the age of 13, 14, maybe around 12, 13 I started. But I got chess books only around when I was 17, 18. And lot of books when I was 20, 21, 22. So I found opening books are there. So I tried to go through those opening columns and tried to remember them. And I was forgetting. When I was going through the opening books columns, I will remember 2 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but then I forget. So it is not possible to just trying to remember or mug up. The memory remains for a short time. It is not a computer that anytime you can open. So the best method, suppose you want to improve your opening play, you must study the classic games. How the advantage was achieved by masters, how they punish the mistakes by opponents. So you have to study. Suppose you want to play Spanish attack, you have to study about 100 games of top class players. How they were playing, analyze those games with notes. You must read with subjective notes. Let us say you want to play Sicilian Dragon with black. Then you pick up 100 games from best dragon players of the world. And then they say how they were defending, how they were attacking, how they counter attack coming. And then you write the notes. You see the notes of the grandmaster, and even then you will not find answer to all your queries. Then you should write and try to analyze it. And I'm sure your play will improve in the opening area. There are two type of things: mistakes and blunders. You know, opening. Last 1 week, I was doing only opening. I was only doing opening mistakes. So mistakes and blunders, there is a different thing. Maybe after this game, I will show you what is a mistake and what is a blunder. So there was. It is now black to play. Black. So now, what is the strength of black? Active king and active rook, pass pawn. Now white has not a single pass pawn. So this is the advantage. Now in the actual game he played this bad move. This is lost. Now white won the game. But instead of this, he could have played the correct move. The black could have played. This is a draw. After this, the game can come. Rook check. I will take the pawn. Another check or take. I will come. Again, I am giving a threat. Hello, Envy. I am in the class. I will call you later. So here, this is again threat draw. Now he will come. Suppose I again give. I will not allow the king come. Now you give a check again. I come. You cannot move the king. You can't move the king. It's a draw. No more progress. Now you take the pawn. It is very easy now. Very easy. Right? Check, check, check. Now I am entering the king. Entering the king to draw. Active king. Forced. Don't block your pawn. Don't block the pawn. Give a threat. All the time I am not giving a threat. Now white is forced to take check only. He cannot do anything. Forced to repeat. Draw. So the active move draw. But in actual game he lost the game. Black played the bad move here. He played this weak move. No. He played here. He just played the weak move, passive move. And it is lost. Now it is lost. Too late. It is too late to push the pawn. Winning the game. The king is far away. The king was active. The king is far away. And now it is very passive. It is lost. Too late. Okay. So active move and passive move. All right. Active plan and passive plan. विजय ओझा थैंक यू जियो हजारों साल अरे 1000 साल नहीं 1000 महीना बहुत हो गया मेरे लिए 1000 महीना भी नहीं होगा थैंक यू वेरी मच वीरभद्र okay so this particular position it is black to play the correct play he can hold the game now black played here on push this is correct move active move black played pawn push active move now black pushed the pawn want to create a fast pawn now a critical moment what should black do now to draw the game black played a mistake and lost the game what should black do now many times we lose the thread of the game. Black has played very well. He deserves a draw. But a careless move, he lost the game. A very young player, that time, very young player. So he made young players normally they are good in attack, tactics, but in end game they make errors. So this young player made a mistake now and lost. But black is drawing. How? Mayur Bhai, good morning. Mayur Lal, good morning. How to draw the game? Bishop d5. You mean bishop d4. Now, who Veerabhadra? This is actually I have reversed. It is bishop d4, not bishop d5. The correct move. No. No. Now, this is a mistake. The correct move is bishop d4. Bishop d4 is a draw. This is a beautiful draw. It is not that easy. Not that easy. But in the actual game, he played the mistake. And now he lost the game. Now there is no pawn is not advancing. Now it is winning position for white. White is winning now. But had he played bishop d4, see the amazing draw. See the amazing draw here. Bishop d4. No. Here, bishop d4. Bishop d4 draw. How it is drawing? He will push the pawn. So pawn push. He will play. Now push. He can't stop. There is no check, no good check. After queen check I come. And now rook check is coming. He can't stop. Rook cannot return. It's a draw. But there is still, it is a very beautiful move. For example, after the move, suppose you play pawn into pawn. Now, rook into. Idea discovered, check, the only move. And now, rook check, the only move, pawn into queen. Now, again, it is not that easy. Not that easy. White, black to play, you have to be extremely careful end game. Welcome Mukund Agarwal. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mukund. Moir Bhai, thank you very much. Happy. Thank you. Chris Panwar, welcome. Now this position, everything is okay. Black has to play very correctly. Welcome Moksisa. The whole point is, if you play queen, he now loses. If you play queen, he will give a check and winning the game. That is why you should not queen, but give a check. This is the fine move. In end game, you need not play mechanical move. Keep your mind cool. Immediate queen will lose the game. It will lose. So give a check. The end game finesse. And now if you do take pawn queen check or you queen, I will queen the game. I will pawn queen. So even coming very close, you have to till the last move. E1 is bad. If you play E1 queen, you will lose the game. But give a bishop check and then queen. Here, give a check. Endgame finesse. This is this is a draw. You know, both rook pawn. They are rook pawn. So simple. After the move h4, black to play and draw. What should black do? Black to play and draw. Very simple. The very simple and important move. The king should not be allowed. He wants to come here. So cut off and draw. This is the draw. Otherwise, there will be trouble. So cut off and now this is a draw. Nothing. He cannot improve. He cannot improve. Attack. Now the king will take care. You cannot progress. Draw. Rook pawn. So if you take the pawn, this king comes quickly. Draw. Cut off. Solomon game. Okay, I will show. I will tell you. He played e3 and lost. He played in the game e3 and lost. See, after the game he played rook. Now the pawn is not coming anymore, and now he tried to do attack. Bishop is not allowed. This is stopped, and he played bishop here, and he is lost the game. Now I'm going to play rook ending. You play this knight into bishop check, and the rook ending is hopeless. Hopeless. See, that is how he lost. Okay, yeah. Cutoff is very important in many endgames. Welcome Nandini Mudal here. So this one, the next. Now this particular position, now the point is actually exchange is winning only if you find the correct plan. Black to play and wins the game. Maybe I showed you this. Maybe I showed you this position earlier. How should black win the game? The power of exchange. Thank you, Nandini. Thank you very much. The point is, now mechanical moves you don't do. In the actual game, he played rook into pawn and it's a draw. After rook into pawn, now it is a draw because rook attacks. Now rook attacked. So he plays here. Otherwise, the pawn is lost. If you move, the pawn is lost. So he comes here. But then pawn push. And now takes. Now black will attack the rook. Either you leave the pawn, this pawn you leave, or allow the push. You try to stop, the pawn is lost. And if you defend, the pawn will push. I mean, bishop check and push. So the whole point is this mechanical capture is bad. He could have won with king. This is winning. Now, whatever you do, suppose you play support, then pawn push and takes the king. Now he comes, which is lost. He will come here and come here. Zugzwang will come. So after bishop f6 lost, so king into now rook. Now the king is countering. Now I'm going to come here. So this is so he comes. This is winning the game. The pawn is not able to advance. He has time. He has to come here and come here. By that time, my move comes. Suppose you come here, king. Suppose you come here, king. And now the pawn is unable to advance. And you come here just a waiting. Just a waiting. It is lost. But in the mechanical capture, the draw was coming. Let's see. This position, white is winning. What is the winning plan here? Rook ending. Now Botvinnik attack over we have seen where the 4-3 won the game. Normally, one pawn extra does not win. 1-2 also mostly draw. 2-3 in the center it is chance, in the corner it's a draw. But 4-3 is very good chance. So this is 4-3, but there is a drawback. If the pawn was h4, it was much easier. But double pawn, still it is winning. The winning plan that the king must reach this square to attack this. How can you come? You cannot cross. So you start giving threat. King. Okay, if you do not do, then it is just coming here and then gradually I will enter. My plan next is to give a check and then rook here and winning the game. This pawn will fall. So you have to give check, check, king. Now you give check, give check, king, and he will take the pawn and then attack. It is still the pawn cannot be defended, but this pawn becomes the main headache now. Not this pawn into pawn that will draw. So the check. This is the main problem for black. King. And now it looks like very close to draw, not yet. Now if you play king into pawn, it is lost because this pawn is much faster. Much faster. The pawn is attacked and king will come with a tempo, and this is queen. So you cannot take king into pawn. And after the move, he plays rook check and should win 2-1. This is 2-1 is winning. Rook check will not help. Push. The king comes. The king comes not. The pawn will queen. Check is not working. Welcome, Khanak. Let's see some more questions. Okay, let's see. White to play. Can white win this game? Is it possible to win? Please find out. Can white win this game? हेलो, मैं अशोक भाटिया बोल रहा हूँ मुंबई से। हाँ अशोक भाई थैंक यू वेरी मच अशोक जी थैंक यू वेरी मच नो 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 थैंक यू वेरी मच थैंक्स so much remember so kind of you मैं क्लास ले रहा हूँ मैं आपको बाद में फोन करता हूँ थैंक यू नो 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 now can white win the game my question Ramakrishna if it was light square bishop draw now how can white win the game now it is extremely difficult what can you do thank you Mr. Rati what is the winning plan can somebody show me a plan how white can win no the check is not correct when you take a check he will come king he will not take the pawn he will bring king and it is next I will take it when you give check I will come king and this is not good also this will draw what's the winning plan Hmm. Okay. In the actual game, he took the he took the pawn. It's a draw. In the actual game, he took the pawn. The correct move is king. King g3 winning the game. This is winning. Now bishop into g5. It's a draw and draw. No win possible. He cannot win. Now this is threat. So if you play here, this move. Bishop is tied down. You give a check, I will come. Again you have to return draw. But this win is achieved, but not taking the pawn, not taking king. Now king cannot come. Now king cannot come because of h4. So, and now this is win. Now the point is, this is the winning move. Why the winning move? I want to come all the way to this side, all the way to attack. But he's threatening to my pawn. So bishop here. Now if you push the pawn, it's an easy win. It is an easy win. followed by king. So he comes here, king. Not this. You see, related squares. Related squares. This is draw. This is a draw. Check. Pawn check will draw only, I think. So the king. King. No entry. King. Because if you push the pawn, I'm keeping h4. Keeping the h4 in the watch. And winning the game. Now king here, the king move. And now king here, this is winning. The pawn push does not work. H4. And the pawn push, he will be paralyzed. He will be paralyzed. So this is the winning plan. You have to play king g3 and win the game. But he took the pawn, mechanical, and draw the game. Welcome, Prince Gandhi. Practical endgames. Now, few more practical endgames, then I'll take you to thematic endgames. Now, this particular position, white has to play. White is winning the game. Why white is winning? There are two weaknesses. The number one weakness, the back rank. You cannot move because rook check will win. Now the push, the pass pawn, one strong point and two weak, second weak point. This is a weakness, pass pawn. So this is winning the game. Now suppose you play bishop here. Now pawn push wins. The only move will come. Then what I can do here? How am I winning the game here? So here bishop into pawn push, rook attacks, rook attacks. The bishop is unable to come again. Rook comes, wins, winning the game. Then the pawn will unstoppable. So he cannot take the bishop. So here he comes rook. But anyway puts the back rank. If he takes the back rank mate, now I'm giving a threat. No answer. So he stops that. Now still you cannot take. The rook is lost. And check and rook. Next move is giving a simple threat. So back rank problem you have to notice many times in endgame. Of course, it is tactics and the pass pawn and the back rank problem. So this is winning position. But in the actual game, he made some mistake. Doesn't matter. Now black to play. So black takes the pawn. I want your judgment. So this position, what happens? Can white win? Queen versus rook. Is it possible that he can win the game? Samdani and Samdani, brothers and sisters, welcome. Can white win the game? Adalja and Adalja, brothers, welcome. The power of queen. You have to show the power of queen. How white can win the game. So, AGY creation, how can white win? Arman Narang, how can white win now? So please suggest me a move. Queen c5. Not correct. Not correct. Queen c5 is not correct. The point is, now you can play either one of the squares. This is better. The reason is I am against the king. So this is the correct square. And if you take it, the pawn is running away. So this is more correct. This move is not the best move. You know, in this position, what I can do here, what I can do here, what I can do here, can I can create some threats. What I can do here now. Maybe I can come here. Maybe I can come here, and you are forced to come, and then maybe I can play rook attacks pawn, and you have to go back because now this a threat is coming. Now a threat is coming, so you have to go back again. So the correct move here, simple straightforward winning queen. After rook into pawn, just queen here is correct. Now queen into this is a threat. The pawn in the fifth rank, sixth. So this is not correct. So here you have to play king. Now don't push the pawn. You will run into zugzwang. But just wait, zugzwang. Now you take the pawn, it is lost, and now discover check is coming. So this is bad. Winning the game. Winning. Zugzwang. So queen c6 giving a problem. All other variation. Suppose you play here, rook c4. This is bad move now. h3 is a bad move. h5. This is h4 is correct move. And it should win the game slowly. So queen c6 is more accurate. Yeah. Next, I think last practical position. Then I'll give you some theoretical concept. This position, it is black to play and draw. There are, even though little material, there are very interesting variations comes out. Very interesting concepts. Now rook check. Now if you play queen, it is you will take it and draw. Not any rook check. This check. Force the king back because the queening area you have to come quickly to the area. So give a check. Come. Now you can give a further check. Send him back. And now this king is coming to draw. So you cannot queen now. And now if you give rook into pawn, rook check. Not rook into pawn, of course. This is a blunder. You will lose the quickly after rook check. King pawn endgame. But rook check. And I will take the pawn with this is draw. Now the king will slip to the queening area. So this is the point and this is a draw. Draw. Queen c5, you are showing wrong move. Black could just play rook c5, bc4. No. Queen c5 in the position, what did you say? Queen c5, it is takes, this is wrong. What he says, uh, black could just play rook into c5. And the pawn push. This is also coming. So it is wrong move. The correct move is queen c6. Yeah. Yeah, this is wrong. Queen c5 is a wrong move. Mate. Okay. So let's see. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. Now this particular position. So can white win the game? Because the knight is tied down for the pass pawn. So how can white win the game? White peace is the power of peace. You need to coordinate in a way that white will win the game. Find out how white wins. Welcome Adi Jain. It is not Zugzwang. The whole point is the king must go after this pawn. The knight will come to this side to watch these pawns. So this is the plan. So he first placed knight. The pawn is still in watch. The pawn cannot move. So he comes king. And now waiting king. And now king. Now black will try to dissolve these pawns. Because 3-2, but he will come. Now if you take pawn into pawn, it is not working. Pawn into pawn takes this is winning easily. This king will come and the knight will come here and win the game. So it is not working. So here he will try to dissolve all the pawns. Now take pawn into. Now if you take pawn into pawn here, now here, now here in this position, knight into pawn, and there is a wall has been created. A wall has been created. No, 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 no. Good, good morning, Sarji. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much. अरे नहीं नहीं अभी आप क्या अभी थैंक यू फॉर योर काइंड विशेस अभी बस ये दूर रहता हूँ मैं सबसे अभी चेस कोचिंग ही बेस्ट है बिल्कुल 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 हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी यस आई रिमेम्बर ऑल ओल्ड डेज and all your service to players and chess will be remembered always and you are there always yeah thank you Bharti. Thank you thank you thanks yes thanks so sorry for the interruption. Ruhan Yasudani, welcome. The point is now there is a wall. A wall has been created. The king cannot cross. The king cannot cross. And there is also a wall has been created here. So this is winning. Now if you come and take, by that time the pawn queens. So you cannot take the knight, the pawn queens. So you cannot take that pawn. That means you take other pawn. And now this is enough. The king This should be enough because there is again a wall has been created. So you try to enter, I will take. You try to enter, come. No, not working. Knight into. When you come here, the king pawn ending is lost. I will come over here and you take. And again, the last trick, you have to come correct square, wrong square, right square. So, king. Now come here and then winning. Again, after playing so good, don't play mechanically and black will win the game. Black will win the game. So this is winning. So the whole point is there is no other plan. Your king must take and knight must be engaged for the king's side. This is absolutely winning. Good knight and bad bishop. Despite that, it needs lot of effort. Normally, such positions win good knight, bad bishop. But let us see. And also, the king is in a good place, covering up this area. Threatening knight check, only move. And now the win will achieve. You take square by square because bishop cannot move. Bishop cannot move. Only move. The king enters. Cannot play king pawn endgame. Now, systematically, you cannot take the pawn check will finish the game. Now, there is again another one. The knight must go to the square. But it is not yet over. You cannot take king pawn endgame. It's a lost position. Because in the king pawn endgame, I am going to sacrifice and take the pawn later. Otherwise, suppose you take bf2, it is just bf2, it is lost. Suppose you move the bishop, knight check will win the pawn. So only move, only move, and lost. Suppose you come here, I think I'm going to win this position now. Take the pawn and just win the game. So good knight and bad bishop. This is a thematic thing. Please keep a note. I guess I have showed this position to you in my earlier class, but still, because it is an important theme, I made a repetition. So those players who missed that class, they can still learn from this position. White to play and win. Please, how can you win? I have already showed this in my earlier class. So don't you remember? Some of you must be remembering. Yes, you can take screenshot. You can take screenshot. No objection. There is no copyright. By the way, these videos are saved in the Gujarat State Chess Association website. Anytime you can go back and back all the videos. This is my 113 or 14 episode, and every day too means I might have done already some 500 hours, and Facebook also another 400 hours. So all those Facebook I retrieved, and I am going to put it on Gujarat Association website, so you can have an access to 1000 hours. You can have an access to 1000 hours of my videos. Okay, Virabhadra, you remember the answer. So let others tell. Virabhadra remembers good. The drawback is the mobility of the rook. The point is normally it looks like a draw. It looks like a draw, but it is a win. So to save your time, I will tell you rook check. Now white to play, white to play, white will push the pawn. Now rook check. Suppose you take the pawn, it's a draw. Because it is a rook pawn, there is no win. Now if you push the pawn, you will give a check and you come just king. You will never get a check. The rook is touch you. By the time you come closer, he will give check, check, draw. Check, check, draw. So the winning process is when you give a check, don't take the pawn. The king comes. Now will king comes. Push the pawn. Now there is a threat. So only move. There is a threat. The only move is this. Only move. But then you release the rook. This is the square. This is the square to guard this. This is the square to guard this point. You have to take the rook is trapped or the rook is lost. You will get mated or lost. Now, thanks to the rook, the square, the rook is not. And thanks to the pawn is blocking the own path. The only square, but then check and pick up. So there is a lot of accuracy. First of all, he has to play a good move. Then he has to play this good move. Two good moves and then winning the game. This position is a draw, but you need to be very careful. Though it appears black is winning, it is a draw. King. Now, how to draw the game? What will you do? The point is, now still you can draw. King. Now, if you will come here, I will attack. And you take the pawn, it's a draw. Because rook into pawn is a stalemate. That means rook cannot come here. That means you will wait. But again, now king cannot move. Checkmate. Neither pawn can move. King into pawn. But this queen. Draw. This is only move. Queen. And it is a perfect same stalemate. Stalemate will come. Stalemate. So the resource of stalemate. And that is the only method. It looks like winning, but you are able to draw the game by giving the check. This is I am not showing this is a plan. This is a white to play, white draws, white wins the game by coming. This is the rule. For example, black to play draw. Black to play it is an easy draw. But white to play wins just in time, just in time. So it is white to play drawing the winning the game. Black to play can draw the game. Next. Now this position normally rook and bishop versus rook is very tricky. I will spend one whole session on rook and bishop, rook and knight sometimes. This position is a draw. White cannot improve the position. A small change. Suppose I make a very small change. Imagine the king is here. Imagine the king is here. And imagine the rook is here. And this rook is here. It is a win. Just I move the rooks to 1 1 square. And the king here. This is win for white. But this white cannot improve. White cannot improve. Because you give a check, I will interpose. Now you come, I will again come back. No, no win. I give a check. I give a check. Draw only. No win possible. Okay. So there is no improvement. However, in the diagram position, if I change little bit, for example, I put the king here, I put the rook here, white will win the game. So I will come to some more positions like that. This is a reddish position. Majority players will know, but there are some youngsters, they need to know this. So white wins the game. Now if you come here, It is now black to play. So this is bad. No, you come here. Now he will push the pawn, and now black to play this one. Now you come here, I am going to enter. Now you have to allow me the king anyway. The king is in trouble now and winning the game. So this is the whole point. The rook should come here, not directly. This will draw. Suppose you play, it's a draw. One puts the white to play. I will not allow. You come here, I will not allow. I will block. Rook check does not help. Rook check does not help. Now what I will do? I will enter now. And now this is too late. It is too late. Now enter, draw. That is why in a given position, not the mechanical rook here or rook here, it is a draw, only correct move. Rate this problem. You cannot come. You cannot come. King will attack the pawn and winning. So only move, you have to push the pawn and then zugzwang. Now if you come, the king enters. Now if you come here, black is in zugzwang. So it's a very famous Reti problem. Okay. So players keep in mind whose move it is. So the correct move is this square. Wrong move. It will draw the game. This position is a draw. White cannot win this. Even though now black to play, black will just come here and it's a draw. Because you know this is a wall. Wall. All this king cannot cross. Draw. But actually this position, if the pawn is here, this is a winning position. Let us say, imagine white pawn on a4. This is winning. And this is a draw. This is a draw. If the king is here, then white wins the game. Let us imagine black king here, white will win. But now no more win. It's a draw. See, this is a wall. You cannot go. You cannot go. Draw. I am maintaining the wall. The wall is being maintained. The king cannot cross. Now you attack the rook. I will just stay here. You give a check. I will stay here. Draw. No entry. Wall. However, in the given position, I will discuss. I will discuss if the pawn is here. It is a win. So I have kept one diagram that I will show you later. This position, black to play, can hold the game. It's a draw. White to play is easily winning. White to play, very easy win. But black to play, how can black draw the game? This is what I am showing you educative examples. These are educative examples. Very instructive. These examples are instructive and educative. So, how can black draw the game now? The point is, now I will tell you, black has a pass pawn, and you cannot keep pushing the pawn; it is lost. The king must come quickly. You need to reach the king, pawn and king slowly. So this is a wrong move. This is the right. Now, if you play here, it is lost. It is lost. Why? The king comes quickly. Now king will come. You push the pawn, king will come. You push the pawn, king. You come here, it is winning. You come here, king. And now pawn push, rook check, winning. So the winning process is this kings, you have to obstruct the king. You have to play king. controlling the square. This is a draw. So the correct move, you have to obstruct the king. Then this is draw. King. Okay, now I push the pawn. King. I push the pawn. King. I push the pawn. King. Now the pawn has reached 7th rank. Now tricks will not work. Draw. However, if you make one careless move, now king here is lost. The king. Now the cutoff theory will not work here. Cutoff theory will not work. And now push the pawn. And your king, he will start giving threat. The rook should be in the wrong side. Now king here, the pawn comes. And now you come here, the pawn comes. There is no point attacking. Pawn is reaching now 6th rank, 7th rank and draw. Now you come here, the king, rook check, king, again rook check. And here, this is a wrong thing to go here. Don't play bad move. This is lose the game. Now if black plays this, will lose. You have to go here. Now this is a wrong move. This is the right move. You go here, king will come. Of course, not losing. It's a draw only. No, you have to make a knight, and it is lost. Now, knight is lost, and if you do queen, the king is coming. The king is coming. The rook is guarding the square. So here, this rook check, you just come here. It's a draw. Yeah, I have shown this earlier. King c5. So the correct move is to play king c5 and draw the game. This is losing. So I'm repeating some positions because the positions are instructive and educative. Those players missed my earlier class can find this. Now this particular position, white is winning. Find out. You find out how can white win this game. I will write back. Yes, chess base is necessary for improvement because otherwise you cannot have access to data. Okay, Ruhani Asudani, let others solve. You do not think, do not say. It is necessary chess base. Yeah, this is the correct move. Other moves does not mean. Rook F2 is correct. I will write back. So rook f2 is the correct answer. Now any other move is a draw. If you play king here, it's a draw. The reason is the king will come, and now the whole idea, I must stop this obstruction. Draw. No time to bring king. The king is coming. Pawn is coming. Draw. So the whole idea, now the king is obstructing because the root. So cut off. The pawn is cannot advance. Is lost. If you push the pawn, it's straight away lost. So you have to cut off and slow down. King, king. You have to come inch by inch. कछुआ जैसा जाएगा कछुआ. And now you can't push the pawn. कछुआ आ गया. Then draw and enter. Finishing the game. So cut off, very simple rule. This is the only method. And idea, you have to obstruct the king. The plans of black, you have to obstruct, cut off. Sorry, cut off. And this enables the king to come, winning the game. This position, white is winning. Aksar Jala, welcome. What book would you recommend to learn the French defense? There are many books. I will recommend a very good old book, but the basic concepts for French is good. Written by Ullmann. You know, the most basic book, best book. Lev Sakis has written lot of books, very good books. Advanced players, Lev Sakis. So many books on French. The best book to learn start French defense is by Ullmann, Wolfgang Ullmann, Uhlmann, Uhlmann, Ullmann, Grandmaster Ullmann's written on French. Very small but best book to learn French defense. Okay, all right. So how can White win here? The telecast is slow. I don't know. I don't know because my mobile it is coming very slow. It's very slow here. Mintu Das, thank you very much. Ah, nice. How can you win? Thank you, Simit Saha. Thank you very much. Uh, you know, now, Subhankar, Now KB3 is not the correct move. Akshar Jala, thank you. Subankar Sarkar, your move is not. You need to find how we can fight for the queening square. The point is, it is not this is not KB3 is not correct move. Yes, KB1. The one, because this here you are covering, king here does not cover the square. So this is the one. Now check. Now for example, all king is covering. Other he cannot come. Now rook here wins. Check and winning. But if you play KB3, it is not winning. Suppose you play like this, pawn push, rook check, he will come. Now you have no time because if you go further, the seventh rank is coming. There is no time for you. Now rook check, you have to stop the queen all the time. Rook check, king here all the time. Or king here, draw. So the whole point is, after the move it is winning. Check. Not this immediate, not the direct move. Give a check. And if you come, suppose on the check, if you come here, the king is access. Rook check and winning. This is the point. The king is ready to come. King is ready to come here. So the rook check only move, but then this is in just in time. Block the pawn and enter. Check and then check and king. Instructive ones. Normally one pawn, it's a draw. Normally on the corner. Two pawn, many times draw. But three pawn, guaranteed win. Exchange up. If this 3 versus 3, sure win. 2 maybe win, sometime maybe draw. 1 is definite draw. 1 is also a win. Grandmaster Geller won in a specific position, not in general. One particular position, 1 was winning. But this is a draw because the bishop has a long diagonal. Long diagonal. So you cannot restrict the bishop. Draw. Draw. Just maintain. Draw. Maintain. You cannot have, because of the weakness here, you cannot go cut off and come. So you give a check, I will come here. Draw. You come here, I just maintain. Draw. You cannot win. No access. The squares are being guarded. Guarded. So you give a check, king, no entry. Now you come here, just wait. Draw. Maybe you can attack the pawn also. This is also draw. So 1 cannot win, it's a draw. Lucena, for young players who do not know, it's a very elementary win. But I want to tell you, it is educative for all those newcomers. So for example, the winning process is rook should go to the fourth rank, and winning the game. Fourth. The idea, the rook will give a cover to the king. Check, king. You have to give a check. And now this is the idea, cover. Lucena. So, Mahi Doshi, welcome. So the rook should go to fourth rank. This. Give a check, drive it, and go to the fourth rank. This is a win, but though I have sold some of the positions, I am repeating, but it is distracting. Even though white is a pawn down, white is in center and black is in corner. Now white has to deal with both pass pawns. Both pass pawns. But after king here, this pass pawn loses value because he has to make now 1 and 5, 6 moves. Whereas white has got 2 and 3, 5 moves. So it is lost. And by the way, you cannot keep pushing. The king, you come here, you can't come pushing. The king will come. So this loses quickly. This loses quickly. Pawn push. And now here, pawn push. You take, this is winning quickly. So black's only hope to create this push. So he will push the pawn. Now the king in the square. Rule of square. King is very much in the square. King in the square. You don't have to worry. Just push. Now this is important that you have to find the correct move. This is good move. This is bad move. What is wrong with this move? Let me explain. Let me explain. So he will come over here. Maybe he will push. And now king. The threat is to come here. So you are forced to push. Once he comes here, black will win the game. Once black comes, so you have to push. Take, push. The drawback, the check is coming. The check is coming. So, and after you take, the pawn is queening same time. That is why you need to come here. This is the correct move. Now push. Again, a wrong move. Right move. Why? Because when you stay here, when you push the pawn will come here and check. This pawn will come and give a check. You push this. Suppose you push this. Now king. Now I am giving a serious threat. So push, takes, push, push, check. This check spoils everything. If king was here, there was no check. So that is the reason. That is the reason. King. Though this is winning. King, push, push, push. There is no check. There is no check here. I am going to queen. So you push king, queen, and winning the game. This should win. How much should I spend on each part of the game? You should write how much time, not money. How much you should spend means you should how much time. Basically, a player should study all the basic end games from a good book like Balaso or Panchenko or any good end game book. So to complete the basic end games, if you spend 2 or 3 hours a day, in about 3 months time, you will complete basic end games. Maybe 6 months time, because for a newcomer it is not easy. So 5 to 6 months, daily to 3 4 hours you should complete, and at the same time you complete the basic practice, and thereafter you should spend 4 5 hours on classic games every day to become a IM or GM in your given time. Thank you, Adi Jain. So study all the basic concepts of endgame, basic tactics, and basic strategy. It will take 6 months to complete all these things, or maximum 1 year. Then you become like a 1800 to 2000 player, and then study 4 5 hours every day on classic games, and 2 3 years you can become an IM. Another 1 or 2 year if there is support GM. Okay, so this is the concept that king f3 push. This is the correct move. Correct move. Push. This is again correct. Wrong move. This is wrong move and draw. This is the correct move and win. This is an easy win. I am repeating lot of themes. This is an easy win because the king is in the corner. That is why it's lost. If the king was here, it's a draw. So check and now enter here. So you go anywhere. The whole point is that trick is give a rook 7th rank check and control the check and give a threat. Control the square and give a threat. Made threat, only move king. But now there is no check. So pawn push coming. And the defense is over. The pawn is controlling this. So the no more defense lost. And at the moment, suppose you come, let us say here. Then rook check and now control this square. Winning. Now you have to come this side. But this is lost. But if you come here, maybe here what I can do, just come here and then king here should win that game. Okay. This is a draw. White cannot improve the game. Even though, even though he has a full bishop extra, this is a draw. Cannot improve. Now the idea is to play the bishop move here and then improve the game, but he will not allow. This is a draw only. Now he is giving some check threat, so go away. King into pawn. Check, check again. Draw. The cover is enough. You cannot win. This is enough. Draw. So there are some typical positions that is draw, but I will deal with rook and bishop versus rook. Some more positions. No, I already have showed this. This is a win. Sir, I can understand the position in end game which are known to me, but how to calculate in unknown positions in end game where only one move wins? This whole point is you have to develop an instinct. Savankar, you know, there is in end game you have to develop an instinct that this is the thing. For example, now this position is a win for white. So a player normally can calculate or an instinct. Here the instinct works first. There is no calculation. White is winning. So how can you win? There is only one move, correct move wins. So when you play lot of things, for example, I will tell you, I am giving an example. You must have played cricket in somewhere. So somebody throws a ball, you catch. Why? You know I have to be in a position, I have to time and reflexes. Your mind, hand and body, all three work together, catch. So it is an instinct and it is also an experience that you know if I go here, ball will slip. Or if I don't jump, I cannot catch. Or if I do not look properly, I will not catch. So everything works together. But primarily the instinct. So here, a wrong move, a right move. So the idea, I don't want the king to come. So this is the right move. Instinct, obstruction. Now if you come here, I will get a tempo. You come here, king here wins. Finish. So it is an instinct and memory. Your analytic, when you analyze lot of games, no, then automatically in your memory it remains this kind of position win, this kind of position draw. Obstruction is a theme here. That is why you just need to practice to get all these things. You need to focus. You need to practice. दिमाग में से कचरा निकाल देना चाहिए. कौन सा फिल्म में क्या हो रहा है, ये कौन क्या क्या बर्थडे में क्या क्या गाली दिया, क्या खाना खाया, कौन सा केक काटा, ये सब दिमाग से निकाल दो. Only focus. Young players only focus. Typical opening, typical end games. So now this is a draw. This will allow the king coming a draw. This will draw the game. ये ड्रॉ हो जाएगा अभी. हाँ, ये किंग आ गया अभी ड्रॉ है. नो मोर विन. So this is the win. And now you are I have gained a tempo. Should win the game. Now king. Now this pawn is threatened because now you have to come here, because if you wait here, pawn will come. pawn will come, and rook check, king is sleeping. So you have to come king here only. You have to come only move. But then king. Why? I want to push the pawn. If you push the pawn here, it is bad. Rook check will come and take the pawn. Forced and take. So the correct winning move. This is not a threat. The king will go away. It is lost now. My threat is this and winning. So you need to get a feeling. There are three things in chess: knowledge, understanding, and feeling. Feeling is what is instinct. Understanding means you know that this is a method, this is the concept, this is the thing. Knowledge means already you know the particular position, this is what happens. Knowledge. Understanding means this is the concept, and feel instinct. You get a feeling. White wins. The pawn is going this direction. White wins again. Sorry, black wins again. Okay, I will go to the last question. What is your question here? I go king. What is the question? What if king c6, kc4? What is king c6 when it is coming? Oh, you come kc4. Queen, queen. And if you come other way, this side, the knight. If you come here, the knight. Not queen, the knight check. Queen should win the game. Okay. Okay. Now, do you get Birabhadra? The knight move. Probably you missed this. Probably you missed the knight move. So this is winning. If you play king c4, here king c6, king c4, king d7, king only move, king, then only move, pawn push, only move, and then knight check. Okay? Okay. Coming to the next. So here, white is winning the game. How? Today afternoon, I will do some instructive tactics. Basically, moderate, not very hard. I will show you out 20 positions of moderate tactics, and I will show you 10 attacking games. Very good attacking games, not tall. The reason I am not doing tall because I am doing a 9 or 10 hours video on Tal. I am preparing 9 to 10 hours video on Tal's biography, his life and gains, his early childhood, his youth, his became candidate challenger, world champion, post world champion, brilliancy, style. So I am going to do 9 to 10 hours video on Tal for a different, Unchas Academy. For Unchas Academy, I will be doing, and that is now will be graphy from the November in the Graphy app, Graphy, Graphy app. I will be doing that. So I will not show the tall games because I am going to repeat that. That is why since my I will bring the video on tall, I will not show tall games till that time. Okay. So you can access to that video later. You can go to Graphy and access that video, 10-hour, 9-hour video on Tal about his life, his story, his father, his friends, some jokes, some quiz I will give on Tal. So it will be 1 or 2 hours of talking and 7 or 8 hours of chess. Now, black to play and win the game. White to play draw, but black to play black wins. Suvankar, you are right. White to play draw, but now black to play black is winning. No, not you two. Suvankar, the video will be on Graphy. There is a Unchess Academy starting a new platform, Graphy. Graphy app. So on Graphy, not me. There are Viswanathan Anand, there are legendary coaches, Kramnik, Anand, and there are maybe Vidit Gudurati, maybe there are some so many strong IM GMs will be there. Maybe Praveen Tipse, maybe so many. Veerabhadra Singh Gadavi, you know you have to subscribe Graphy. I think it is 4,000 for 1 year, 500 rupees per month, 499 or 500 per month, and 4,000 per year. So you can just go on internet, Graphy, Graphy. I think starting 1st November. Okay, this position winning because see this is the winning area. The main both rook and king should come control this. So you have to position the tempo. You cannot come here. This is a draw. You cannot come. That means you need to push the king back and position the rook here. So give a check. Attack. So what has happened? The king is forced to come back. And now king, king, check. And winning the king now entering. Cannot push the pawn. Check. And in time. Just in time. So if you push the pawn directly, it's a draw. Suppose you come, it is a draw, easy draw. D4 draw. This is no more, no more, no more. अभी टाइम नहीं है pawn 7th rank पहुंच रहा है. This is draw. So gaining a tempo, push the king back and winning. Tempi, you are right. I told you, if the pawn is here, it's a draw. Already I discussed this position. If the pawn is here, now there is a wall. So if you push this pawn here, no more win. But because the pawn is here, the chance is to king will slip. That is why it is winning. This is the winning plan. So let me show you to save time. Hello, Amita Mehta. Now to save time, I'll show you pawn on a5. It's a draw. But now win. So I'll show the plan. Check. If you come king, it is a loss. Just now I discussed. Very easy win. Let us say king. Now rook. Now the point is, if you bring bishop here to this point, the king will sleep. Bishop here loses. The king will sleep. I want to just come. The cut off. So you have to come, only move. Now my threat is simple. When the rook is cutting off the king. And the king will come, then come here and win. So when you come here, the bishop is lost. This is the point. This is the point that king will slip, which was not possible. The pawn was here. So here, king attack. Now bishop cannot come. If you come here, it is lost. Bishop h4, rook check. Now king. There is no check available. The rook is guarding the square. There is no check. And if you come here, rook here, winning. Now the check is not available. Now if you come here, Zugzwang, it will run to Zugzwang. Because now you have to watch the square. Now if you maintain, rook bishop is lost. And if you come somewhere, rook check will push the king. It is winning. Your rook check will push the king. Push the king. So here, this is a zugzwang. After you give rook check, king, zugzwang. Bishop here will lose, check, king sleeps. You cannot come because of this. And if you play bishop h4, also zugzwang. So let us say rook here, he comes. Now, check, only move. You come to the corner, lost, only move. Now, check, this is an important intermediary move. Check, now rook. Now the whole idea, he wants to sleep. If the pawn was here, he is unable to come. This is the whole point. This is the whole difference. The pawn here, no progress. But now the king comes. The idea king comes and the king will come out. The rook cutting off the king. Once the king come out, king will come, king will come, king will come and win the game. So you need to come to stop the king entry. This is the threat. So stop. But then king, only move. But then king, the only move. Otherwise it is lost. You cut off, it is lost. So only move. But then rook. Zugzwang. Made threat. Babu made threat. Run with the king to f1. King to c8, only move. Otherwise mat. Only move. The point. No check position. No king move. King cannot move. And now the pawn is running away. Running away. Only move. Lost. Zugzwang. Bishop cannot come here. Rook check. And bishop here, pawn push winning easily. Pawn push is winning easily. So the whole point is, this is the winning plan. But notice, already I told you, this position is a draw. No win. Because of the pawn is coming, this is a win. Check, attack, attack. This is zugzwang. Attack. And now the check has to come. If you try to rook here, it is not working. It is not working. You will not get that. So check. You cannot come here. Thereafter zugzwang will come. So you have to go only move. Now you cannot waste time. The king will come and win the game. King will come now. So only move. And now only move. This is winning. I hope you understand the method. Maybe you take a photo because it is very difficult. I recommend you take a photo with your camera. I mean mobile phone, so that you can see all the analysis. Please take a photo snap. This is a hard one. Take a photo. I would rather put it here. Take a photo. बड़े बड़े प्लेयर भी धोखा खा चुके हैं इसमें. Take a photo. Have you taken? I hope all of you have taken a photo by now. And I will go to the next diagram. So I'm leaving this. I hope you have taken a picture of this notation, the winning plan. Next, the position is a win. This is winning, but let me show the technique. Okay, I will flip the board. The pawn is going in this direction. Cut off. The point is, a mating net will come. Rook check. This check is necessary. Why this square? Because when I come here, the check will come and I need the protection. This is the point. When I go here, check, the bishop will block. That is why rook is watching the square. The threat is simple. 1 and 2 mate. The bishop is watching. This is the setup. This setup. Idea king and mate. Not, not this bad move. Not this bad move. Rook check will draw. Rook check will draw. So you need to be careful about it. Okay. Now king. Now rook here. Again this is bad, but you just make a simple waiting move. Not this bad move again. Check draw. Rook f6 draw. So rook c6. So come here. Mate threat lost. So this is the trick you have to just plan. So I have successfully showed you the positions. Most of them are instructive and educative. And in the afternoon session, I will do some moderate level tactics, because if I do it extreme hard, half the players don't enjoy. That is why some are interesting, some are little hard, and most of them are moderate. And I will show you some good players attacking game. Maybe I will show you Timman or Nigel Short, or maybe like Leonard Stein. I will see some player today. I will pick up some attacking games, and that too linked with good theory. So in the afternoon session, I will meet you. Still, I have time, so you can ask me. You can ask me anything you want. We have 5 minutes time. I have 5 minutes time. You can ask me any question you want. I remember Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna, you attended my chess camp at Mahim. The year was 2011. July, July 2011, you attended my chess camp at others classes. Suresh Bhai Chavda, thank you very much. You can ask me any question, 5 minutes. Then there is a different Ramakrishna. Then that was a different Ramakrishna from Vasi. He was coming somewhere from Vasi or Kalyan. There is a different Ramakrishna. So, okay, there is a different Ramakrishna. He must be now around 30. Okay, Birabhadra, you can ask me anything, but no chess position, no time. You can ask me anything. Okay, I have done maybe many camps all around India. I have done in Delhi, Chennai. I have done in Bhubaneswar, and I have done in Vasi. I have done in Bombay, many places, and I have done in Rajasthan, Jodhpur, and I have done in Ahmedabad earlier, then Baroda earlier, Delhi also I have done, and I have done in Jammu Kashmir. Many places I did chess camp. Yes, I played Anand 5 times. I played Anand 5 times, and I drew in a winning position in national championship. And somewhere 1 or 2 games I was winning, but I lost because Anand was absolutely brilliant and the speed was unmatchable. I was a very fast player. I was making in only 1 hour. All my moves I will finish in 1 hour. Always I had 1 hour extra in my clock. I was a fast player, but Anand was 4 times faster than me. I was fast, but Anand was fast, much, much, much faster. So he was taking 15 minutes for all the 40 moves, 15 minutes. I was taking 1 hour, but the scheduled time was given 2 hours. In those days, I think 2.5 hours or 2 hours. Yes, this is sufficient. Subankar Sarkar, this is sufficient. You are doing good work, but you have to have energy. You must work 1 hour physical exercise daily. 1 hour physical exercise is compulsory. Along with this, okay? So, thank you very much, everybody. So, take care. I will be back at 2:30. तब तक सबको मेरा नमस्कार and bye. You have positional player or attacking player in your prime. Well, that is a good question. In my early days, I just grew up by learning, playing and playing and playing all the time, just playing chess. No book, no coach, nothing. So that way, I improved a board vision. I improved board vision. I improved my imagination and reflexes, but no theory. Gradually, I became an attacking player by instinct because I read the book of J. Dumont that made me an attacking player. But I had no good positional sense. So my refinement came in 1986. 1986, I got refined player completely when I was in USA. 2 years I spent in USA. My association with grandmasters and masters playing and getting lot of exercises, study. When I was USA, I turned to a positional player. 1986. My attacking ability was there, but because I became also a positional player, I was much stronger. So I improved my game. Basically, I started as an attacking player, but I was having not so good positional sense. So in 1986, I became more mature. My interaction with Grandmaster Benko, and I studied lot of games and played with Grandmasters. So then my attacking style and my positional sense helped me a lot. So okay, not Tataka or Dumont. J. Dumont had written only one book. He has written lot of 2 3 books with Tata cover. So only special book by J. Dumont. No, not 500, not 100. There is a special book, basic J. Dumont. So that book made me attacking player. So thank you very much being with me again. So I will see you again 2:30. Bye.